विहाय कामान्यः सर्वान् पुमांश्चरति निःस्पृहः निर्ममो निरहङ्कारः स शान्तिमधिगच्छति.
He attains the supreme peace, who, giving up all desires for sensory gratification, lives free from attachment, false ego, and sense of proprietorship.
If you get desires based on body and mind, you must give up such desires mercilessly. Suppose you get an abscess on your hand. Do you look after it carefully? No. You immediately approach a doctor and get it removed. Similarly, the Lord says, if you get vain thoughts or vain desires that ruin your physical and mental health, abandon them mercilessly.
Nisprahaha. You should not even be conscious of worldly objects. Though some people's desires may not be externally visible, they exist subtly. Kalidasa said, though you may say that you don't like sweets, you may not be able to refrain from eating them when placed before you. All the pleasures relating to the senses should exist before you, but your mind should remain unperturbed. Only then can it be termed as true renunciation. Only such a person can be said to have conquered his senses. The desires within us existing in a subtle form may not be visible, but they shoot out at the appropriate time. Therefore, you must make an effort, attain God's grace, and get rid of the desires existing in a subtle form.
Nisprahaha implies you should not be conscious of external incidents. Buddha left his kingdom in search of truth. He did not even get a thought relating to his kingdom again. Similarly, if you have sorrow or happiness, don't care about them. Stop having any interest in them. You should not even be conscious of them. Stop having the impressions of happiness or sorrow in your mind. You should not even possess the sign of their ascent and descent.
Though a jnani may be undergoing several hardships, he will not be conscious of them. Lust implies desire. As the lust-related tendency exists within the body, it is possible to fulfill the same only when you exist within the body. Therefore, everyone admires their body than anything else. However, you are unaware that as long as you fulfill these desires and tendencies, you cannot eliminate the ego and attachment or the I and mine. Nisprahaha implies you are not even conscious of possessing a body. For instance, you take a bath mechanically. You eat something mechanically according to time. However, you don't consider yourselves to be the body. You only think that you possess a body. Therefore, one who is not conscious of his body attains supreme peace. A great jnani is never disturbed from his state of equanimity whether a bad prarabdha or a good prarabdha pursues him. He resembles an ocean.
Nirmamaha. Do not possess attachment towards anyone. There is neither any disturbance nor any sorrow where there is no attachment. Even if one undergoes any hardships due to their destiny, they will not be affected. There is neither disturbance nor sorrow for the one devoid of I and mine. Buddha said, when your body, which you adore most, does not belong to you, what else in the creation belongs to you?
You need not make extensive spiritual practices. You need not do any japa or meditation. Just sit quietly. Wherever your mind travels, there you have an attachment. If you don't have an attachment, your mind will not move even if asked to move. Why are japa or meditation required? They are needed only to control the mind. Only those inflicted with a disease require medicine. Why does anyone require medicine when they are healthy? You must make an effort only because you possess attachment. If you don't possess attachment, why must you make an effort? When you don't have an attachment, where can your mind move?
It is attachment which makes us commit mistakes, and it is attachment which kills the people. It is only due to attachment that you become anxious, weep, and become bedridden. If you possess attachment, you will not die happily. You will not die naturally, but you will die helplessly, weeping all the while. You were born crying. At least by the time of your death, get rid of that lamentation and die peacefully. Then, you will not have rebirth anymore. You were crying at the time of your birth. Do you want to cry even at the time of your death? Then why did you take birth? You took birth only to get rid of that grief, but you are enhancing your grief and then dying. You may perform your duty towards family members but should not possess any attachment to them. How can anyone get disturbed when they don't have an attachment? We don't get distressed due to work. We get distressed only due to attachment. It is only due to attachment that the old age, ill health, distress, and death approach us very fast. It is attachment only that causes all disasters.
Nirahankaraha. Don't have ego sense. Don't identify yourself with a particular name, form, or circumstance. The circumstances arise due to the force of your destiny. Let them arrive, but don't be conscious of them.
One who does not possess the thoughts of I and mine, or the one who is devoid of ego sense and attachment, one who has attained the desireless state, only he experiences the supreme peace. Such a person experiences peace as his very nature. If you covet anything that exists apart from you, it is desire only. Some people are always concerned about earning what they don't possess and eventually protecting the same. But they are least bothered about self-knowledge. Nisprahaha towards all desires implies you should not desire anything.
If you identify yourselves with your body, name, and mind, it symbolizes the existence of your ego. We are currently uttering, I, it is only ego. The feeling of mine or the attachment arises only after the advent of I, or the ego sense. Only after the arising of I, the body, world, God, birth, and every other thing come into existence. Who is this I? This I exists within you. From where is it arising? Try to find the source of this I.
Nisprahaha, Nirmamaha, and Nirankaraha. If you can lead your life this way, you will attain supreme peace.
विहाय कामान्यः सर्वान् पुमाश्चरति निःस्पृहः निर्ममो निरहङ्कारः स शान्तिमधिगच्छति विहाय कामान् यः सर्वान् पुमांश्चरति निःस्पृहः निर्ममो निरहङ्कार स शान्तिमधिगच्छति